Hi guys, my name is Vuvu and this is Vuvu Vena Reads. If you are new here, please consider pressing the red button, subscribe button down below and join the family. And if you are a returnee, hi fam, thank you for joining me once again. On today's video, I'm just giving you one of those quick reviews on Into the Sun by Takalani M. I got this book from NB Publishers for reviewing purposes, and this is published by Kwela Books, which is an imprint of NB Publishers. I'm not saying the right thing, right? I think so. Well, if I'm not, please do excuse. I meant to have this video up yesterday, but then I was still trying to finish the book at that time, and I didn't want to pressure myself to finish it just so that I could upload a video. So I opted to finish it this morning, which is why you're getting a video on a Thursday. Otherwise, you guys know my upload days are Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. So without any further rambling, this story follows Thandeka and Gundo. They are their love interests in the story, and their love relationship is kind of tumultuous, to say the least. They have great challenges. Firstly, how they meet is also something that is out of the norm. They meet from a place of pain. Both of them are in a place of mourning and grief when they meet, and it is the thing that connects them. But then there's a lot of confusion in their relationship initially, with people assuming things about the other that aren't true. And when they finally do seal their love and confirm that they're into each other, then they're faced with a lot of hurdles. It's a story not that I'm not into romance. I'm trying to get into the genre, so I don't know if this is a trope that is in most romances, but there is a lot of, how do you put this, I don't want to call it conflict, but there's a lot of barriers to their love, if I could put it in that sense. And it's the story of them overcoming that we actually are watching unravel on here. And it is them trying to find a way to walk into the sun, which is what the title is all about, and find each other, find their feet, and eventually like have a healthy relationship from which that they can live the rest of their lives on. Now, having said that, the story is based between Venda and Johannesburg. Takalani M is a South African author, and I understand that she's got a trilogy. Sorry, please excuse that. I don't know what's going on, but it's my neighbors. But I will continue. The story is based between Venda and Joburg, and Takalani M is a South African author. I understand that she has a trilogy before this. I've never read her trilogy. I think one of the books is called The Royal Mistress, and I think the other one is called Rival or something like that. But there's 3 books, right? Obviously, because of the trilogy. So this is the book that came after the trilogy. And so my thoughts about the book, right, are I wanted more. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I feel like as I was reading Takalani M, I felt like she had a lot of promise, that she had a lot of potential, but she just didn't tap into the place that I wanted her to tap into. And as a result, I was sitting there thinking, this book is way too long. It's way too long for the story that she's telling. And the thing that makes it long is that when I was studying a bit of writing, right, there was a lot of emphasis in the whole idea of showing and not telling. And that's the beauty of reading, right, is that when you show me, I get to imagine it for myself. But I felt like this book was filled with a lot of telling, and I don't think for one second there was, and that was my frustration, that not for one second did I feel like Takalani does not know how to show and not tell. But I did get the sense that she is, I think I even described her to my sister when I was telling her what I'm reading, as a timid writer, as if she's a little bit scared to show you that I can actually blow you away. So when I feel like I'm about to blow you away, I'm like, no, let me call back into my little shell, because what if, and I feel like there's a lot of that come on, you there, and then she just takes it back and she closes up and stuff. And I really, for me, it was a frustration to read. And also, as a person who enjoys being shown and not told, I felt like she was overtelling. there were things that she did not need to say, and part of her overtelling was repetition, and for me it really took away from the story. And as a result, I do feel like most readers probably are exhausted by the book before they get to the end. And I'm saying that with such a sincere heart. It's not me saying that she's an awful writer. She is a good writer. It's just that I feel like she could have condensed her story, and she could have given us something much more beautiful if she had practiced that style of showing and not telling, and as well as condensing the story. And also I think maybe the type of story that she's telling, it lends itself to a bit of fatigue, because every time there's hope in the story, the hope is destroyed. You build up the hope, then it's destroyed, then you build it up again, then it's destroyed. So I think at some point that cycle of always feeling like, okay, then maybe there's no need for me to hope, these people will not walk into the sun and I must just be fine with it, but I don't know why I still have 100 pages to go if this is not happening, but I'm reading, I'll read anyway. That's how I felt for most of the book. And don't get me wrong, it's an easy read. I could have finished it very quickly, but it really took from me for all of those experiences. That said, I love seeing African love stories. I really love seeing that. I didn't know that it was something that I was longing to see on paper. I really didn't know up until I started reading the Hlomu series, and now that I picked this up, I really love seeing African love stories on paper. But I need to ask you guys, if you guys are like avid romance readers, you need to tell me two things. One, does every romance have to have some kind of steamy scene or scenes? Don't get me wrong, if I give anything to Takalani, she writes the steamy scenes so well. She writes them very well. That's the first question I've got for you guys. So if you are somebody who's into romance, is the steamy scene trope something that has to be there? Do we have to have the couple having sex? Is there no other way of communicating love in that scenario? And in case you are confused, I'm not saying that these steamy scenes must go away. They really did well in this book. Well done, well done. But I'm just wondering, it was a curiosity. And then I wanted to find out from those of you who, like me, read romance when you are single, how do you feel about your life? I just want to know if I'm the one who's having problems or what's going on. How do you feel about your life after you, a single person, has devoured into the sun? How does it feel? I'm just wondering, like, it's just a question. But before I become silly and whatever, you know, you guys, I always try to make my reviews very simple. I did enjoy the book. After all that I said, it was not a terrible book. I've read worse books, so I'm not saying that this is a bad book. And for me, my rating for it was a 3 out of 5 because I was really quite frustrated by the things that frustrated me. They frustrated me to a very large extent, and that's why my rating was a good 3 out of 5 stars. But it's worth a try. If you haven't read from Takalani M, I would suggest that you pick her up. And I'm hoping next year I'm buddy reading her series with a group of other readers, and I'm really hoping that it is a different experience, that she does give me this thing that I know that she has. Like, you know, when you know a writer could do it but they're just not doing it, that's what I'm feeling. Like, I'm like, please. So I'm hoping in that series she just does it, you know. But anyway, with that said, thank you so very much for tuning in. I really love bringing you guys these short, quick reviews, and I'm learning that I need to do them just as soon as I'm done reading. And that's it from me. And this was book number 34 of the year. I'm on book number 35 already, but it was book number 34 of the year. And I'm so grateful because I've hit my target and I'm still going strong. So I'm excited. It's exciting. Anyway, thank you so very much for tuning in, and until next time, I really do love you guys for choosing me. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.